The sky was covered with heavy clouds. In the darkness of the night, an old train slowly moving on the tracks, a cloud of dust rising from it, a creaking sound from its coaches, and a silence dragging behind it. This train is called the ghost train by people. This train, connected to the story of a historical tragedy, is still the center of people's fear today. 50 years ago, this train derailed on a curve. The lives of hundreds of people ended in a single night. The haunting memories of that tragedy still float in the air. It is said that the souls of the dead still wander the coaches of this train, with unfulfilled desires, orphaned suffering, and screams of injustice. A strange story is spread among the locals. This train has a mysterious coach which appears only occasionally. Whoever enters it never returns. Some believe that the coach is the gateway to death. Others say it is just a symbol, a reminder of injustice. I am a writer. I have been interested in mysteries, ghost stories, and paranormal phenomena for centuries. I've heard stories about the ghost train for a long time, and today I had the opportunity to ride it. Yes, I knew that this journey could be dangerous, but my curiosity drove me forward. I wanted to know if there was a true story behind these ghost stories. Is this train really full of supernatural powers? Will I be able to find that mysterious coach? Night had fallen. The train was almost empty, but slowly a few passengers started boarding. An elderly couple was sitting next to me. There was a look of fear and anxiety on their faces. I smiled and greeted them, but they just shook their heads. After a while, I said, "Is everything okay?" The old woman sighed and said, "Son, this train is not good. There are ghosts roaming around here." I laughed. "Hey, you too. These are just rumors. I have even heard that there is a coach in this one in which the one who goes never returns." The old man said in a serious tone, "Son, don't laugh. I have seen strange things with my own eyes. There is something in this train that I don't understand." His words made me a little nervous, but I kept my composure. "Don't worry, I am with you. If anything happens, we will face it together." After a while, a young girl got on the train. There were tears in her eyes and she looked very scared. I called her over. "What happened? Why are you so scared?" She cried and said, "I heard there is a ghost on this train." I reassured her, "There is no ghost, I am with you," and made her sit next to me. In a moment, her mind calmed and a smile returned to her face. But as the night progressed, the atmosphere in the train began to change. A cold wind blew, the windows began to shake, the lights began to flicker. My eyes grew heavy with sleep, and in an instant, I fell asleep. In my dream, I was standing at an old, dilapidated station. The fog was rolling in. Suddenly, a train arrived. It was this very train. From its compartments came cries, screams, and the sounds of wailing souls. In one compartment, a woman was sitting. In a white sari, her face covered. I went to her. She raised her head. Her face was distorted. Her eyes were black. Blood was flowing from her mouth. He said in a terrifying voice, "I am the spirit of this train. This train took everything from me. Now I will not let anyone leave alive." I woke up screaming as he rushed towards me. I was sweating. My heart was pounding. I was still on the train. But was it a dream or reality? Suddenly, a figure floating in the light appeared at the end of the compartment. Slowly it came towards me. Its body was transparent. It was a spirit. It said in a sad voice, "Help me." I froze, but I asked, "How?" She said, I am Anjana. 50 years ago, I was traveling in this train with my husband and children. We died in the accident, but our souls were trapped in this train. We want liberation, but there is only one way to tell our story to the world. I was overcome with emotion. I said, I will write your story. You will get justice, my promise. She slowly disappeared and peace returned to the train. In the following days, I started searching for Anjana's story. Old newspapers, police records, meeting the families of the victims, I did everything. And I came to know that the train driver was responsible for the accident. He was driving the train under the influence of alcohol. But he only got a short jail term. No one demanded a harsh punishment for him. I did not remain silent. I filed a case. I informed the media. People raised their voice for the victims. And finally, the court sentenced the driver to life imprisonment. When I got this news, I felt a wonderful peace. I had fulfilled my promise. That night, I sat in the same train again. I closed my eyes, remembering Anjana. And suddenly, she was standing in front of me, a smile on her face. She said, "Thank you. You gave us justice. Now we are free." Her family was also with her. They slowly faded into the light. A bright ray spread through the train, as if the gates of heaven had opened. After that, the ghostly stories of the ghost train stopped. People now travel without fear. And me? I wrote a book on Anjana's story, Voice of the Soul. It became popular. People praised me, but I know I did nothing great. I just heard the voice of a soul and conveyed it to the world. Sometimes ghosts don't scare people. They just want to be heard. And sometimes justice just needs a story. Ghost Train is no longer just a train. It's a memory of injustice, of suffering, and ultimately of justice.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe before it's too late.